Hi, it's John, and we are going to do 4Clojure problem number 55 called Count Occurrences. Difficulty is medium, and we are going to write a function which returns a map containing the number of occurrences of each distinct item in a sequence. And we can't use frequencies, which means we're implementing the frequencies function. Okay, so we're going to say 1, 1, and then over here is 1, 1, so there's 4 1s in there, so 1 maps to 4, there's 2 here, so 2 maps to 2, and then there's 1, 3, so 3 maps to 1. We'll work with keywords, and then if we have sort of a nested data structure, we're just going to take the top level, so there's 1 of the 1, 2 array, and 2 of the 1, 3 vector. Okay, so I put in a test case here. We will write function. This will be a function that takes in a sequence. And let's just test that out. Okay, so now it just spits it right back out. Okay, so what I'm thinking is we're just going to loop through this whole thing and break it down one by one. So we're going to start with our sequence, initialize it with our sequence, and then we will make a return value, which is going to be an empty map. Okay, so first things first, we need to figure out the termination condition. If empty s, and then we return our return value. Otherwise, we are going to recur. We'll recur with the rest of s, and then what we want to do is associate into this return map the incremented value for that key. Okay, so we will do assoc, the map is ret, the key is first of the sequence s, and then the value is we want to increment the value where we say get from ret first s. Alright, so we're going to see if that value is in that map, then we're going to get it, and then we're going to increment it and then associate it back into the map. Okay, we can tidy up these parentheses and test it out. Alright, we get a null pointer exception, and that is because if we call inc on nil, we get a null pointer exception, because the first time we run through this, when we say get 1 from an empty map, we get nil. Alright, so to avoid that, there is the fnil function, which we're going to call fnil, and then we can tell it what function that we're going to call, and we're going to call inc, and then we're going to tell it what is the default value to use if the function would have tried to operate on nil, which is 0, right? We don't want nil, we actually want 0 to be what we get out of this map, this uninitialized map. Okay, so when we make this fnil, it's going to return a function. Let's look at that. Fnil inc 0. What does that do? That returns a function, and then we can call that function. Let's say if we call it with the value 1, and we get 2, 0, we get 1, and then if we call it with nil, we also get 1. Okay, so it makes a function that handles the default value for us. So that's Handy little thing. Alright, so now let's try that out. And we get that there are three, no, for the number 3 there's 1 value, for the number 2 there's 2, and for 1 there's 4. So that's the right answer in a different order than they show. But let's go ahead and copy and paste our answer into the site and see if we got it. Green, green, green. Great. Thank you for watching.